inside, my spirit's amplified. All above my God's eye, I ask who am I?
Y'all, welcome to my channel, Zwena'sIllumination. If you are new here, thank you so much for coming. This is your host with the mostest, Zwena, here with another pick a card. Obviously, this pick a card is titled, What is the Tea on You? So you have 4 piles that you can choose from. Please feel free to pause and simmer down and hone in into your energy. You can choose one, more, or even all of the piles for today. So yes, the first pile is elderberry lemon balm, immune and stress. Then we have the peach detox, healthy cleansing formula. Then we have lemon ginger, supports healthy digestion. And finally, we have breathe deep, supports respiratory health. So you can pause this and click the timestamp below, and I'll see you there. All right. Okay, hey y'all, hey pile number 1. If you chose the elderberry lemon balm, immune and stress pile, this is your reading. So I'm going to break this down into different sections. It's going to start off with the clairvoyant message. So I'm just going to be channeling your energy to see how you're feeling. I'm also going to open this tea bag to see if that gives me some insight. Like yogi teas have cute little messages in it. Then we're going to get into your current energy. So you'll know whether or not this is your reading because these cards will characterize your current energy. So if that doesn't align with you, then this is probably not your pile. We also have the theme of your tea, the tea on you, and then the energetic cause and or effect of that tea or that theme. We get more information on the theme and then some guidance. Okay, so we got a packed message. I try to make it calm, sweet and collective, but yeah, we're just gonna start. Okay, so let's open it up. Let's see what's up, what's going on. Okay, it says your inner self is your inner guide. Interesting. So I mean, you being attracted to this purple, immune and stress, I see that you have probably been going through a tug of war when it comes to understanding your life purpose or making a certain decision that is going to play what you feel like is going to play a very distinguished role in your future. You may be in this liminal space of knowing whether or not you should move on from a connection, move on from a job, move on from a residence. And it's a result of you becoming almost immune to the stress or the stress almost becoming a norm to you. So you're kind of seeking refuge when it comes to your inner guidance, your third eye, your higher self's knowing. And I usually disclaim this as I always say that I'm not telling you anything that you do not already know. I'm just here to guide you towards your destiny, your destination, which is already inscribed in your soul and what you already know. So now let's characterize your current energy. So we have bounded heart and island in reverse. So I hear like lonely is those who sit on an island or something like that. My grandma tells me that because I'm pretty much a loner. But I see that you've gone through certain things. Currently, your energy is about people not being able to support you in the way that you thought, or maybe this is a past energy, and because of this energy from the past, you kind of stay on an island, but you know deep down in your heart that you don't want to totally just be by yourself. You crave connection, you crave solitude, but also like you want to be around people where it doesn't feel like it feels like you're by yourself, but you're with another person, if that makes sense. So I see that you are craving a space where you can de-stress and feel supported without the need to hold up your fists and be on guard. When it comes to your dreams and your aspirations, I think you're kind of keeping everything quiet just because you don't feel safe when it comes to expressing them, because you feel like people are going to either steal your idea, talk behind your back, sabotage it energetically, but you feel like you are your only source of income, you're your only source of joy, happiness, respect, worthiness, I guess. Yeah. And I feel like it's the people that you wanted, it's like it's not coming from the people, the support isn't coming from the people that you want it to come from, if that makes sense. So the subject of this tea is that it's family matters. It says you can't run away from yourself and the truth. And on this side, it says family matters. So I feel like you've obviously like separated yourself from people that you once called family, or it could also be blood relatives. And with this bounded heart, you're kind of refusing and you're suppressing your emotions and hiding yourself from the truth of how you truly feel, which is not supported. You feel hurt. Maybe you put on the front of being independent, a go-getter, you always hustling and bustling, but at the end of the day, you come home to a lonely bed where you feel sad on the inside. So that is the tea on you, is that you are battling this internal tug of war. Internally, you feel safe and when you're locked away, but at the same time, you seek refuge from the island that you currently created for yourself. It may be circumstances created it, but it's like you're thinking about building a boat, but you're not sure how to build that boat to leave this island. And you can always come back to this island, but you feel like if you leave, you don't know what's out there in the vast, whatever. Okay, so here it says, this is the card for what is the cause and or effect of this tea. So it says, pray over water, take a cleansing bath or shower, salt aromatherapy. So I think that the cause of this is, I was about to say diluted water. That does not make any sense. But almost like salted water, like almost, yeah. Like you feel like, and I hear tears as well. So I don't know if you've been holding back tears. You've either been holding back tears or you're crying too much and you're not going anywhere after you cry. You are in dire need of a cleansing, but also a recharging as well. So after you cleanse, you're supposed to charge and program yourself, your mind, reprogram your mind, your heart, your body, like your whole shebang thing. You may look to water. You may have a connection with the Mother Yemaya, or like if you like listening to water to go to sleep, or rain, you have some type of strong connection to water and its cleansing properties. And there is probably this need for you to clean your physical space as well, and protect yourself. Because when I think of salt, I also think of protection. I also think of sprinkling salt on like nasty, I'm sorry if you're an animal lover, but like, what's it called? You know, the little slimy things, when you sprinkle salt on it, it like bubbles up and shit, really nasty. But yeah, so it's like you're going through an internal tug of war when it comes to matters of the heart. What I call lovecraft, not witchcraft, but like lovecraft. So you're trying to battle how to deal with the realm of love. And it's not necessarily romantic love that I'm feeling, but I'm feeling it's unconditional love. You're battling that. So now let's get some more information on the tea. So what's the tea on you? Maybe family could be talking about you. You don't feel safe around family. You don't feel like you can be your true self without being judged around family. So you have the Four of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Oh, let's do this here. And then also the Four of Swords. So I think you've kind of pulled away. You've been resting in peace. This is a very specific message. Only take what resonates. You could have recently laid to rest somebody from your family or somebody that was close to your heart. I'm hearing incognito, so it kind of caught you off guard. I'm looking at this bat as well. So like, because of that, you've become almost an insomniac. You could suffer from sleep paralysis. Again, only take what resonates. If it doesn't, leave it. This Nine of Pentacles, you've become, usually when it's upright, it's very positive because it's independence. you are relying on your own sense of income, but I feel like you are afraid to reach out for help. And because of that, it's almost like the help that you need is not only physical. Maybe you think it's just a physical problem, but it's also an emotional problem. Like, why do you find it stressful, or why are you immune to stress? And that immunity to stress is almost, I think it's become a figment of your imagination. It's almost become an illusion. I don't think you're actually immune to it. You're coping with it, but deep down inside, you know that you're still suffering on the inside. And with the Four of Wands, you've been taking chances when it comes to your stability, when it comes to digesting life. And this is a 7. So you also not feeling lucky per se, or maybe you are on the lucky side and you feel like people can easily take your luck away from you. So I think people are also afraid. They could be talking about how you feel like you're independent, you're trying to do things so much, you've bitten more than you can chew. But deep down inside, you want to just rest peacefully. You want to just rest peacefully. You want peace, and peace only. Like, rest in peace doesn't just have to be, actually dying, but it's also probably like, sorry, my hands are so ashy, but it's probably also like, just being able to sleep be at peace. It's always some shit going on in some shape or form. So I think that's what you're doing. And you got double 9, 3, and the 8 of Wands in reverse. So you are thinking about moving, or you have, okay, I just stuttered. Okay, so when it comes to traveling, you're trying to stay put in place, but I think your spirit wants to leave. It wants to move. It wants to get rid of people and stand away from people that don't really serve you. People that have ulterior motives. I see somebody offering that other person help in the background, and you feel like you're waiting for your angels to give you a sign to just move. So I think you are doing really good when it comes to just standing still and just relying on your intuition. Wait for that time to just go. You're doing good by just staying put, though. Also, I see, children playing games. So you can feel like people are playing games when it comes to your emotions with the cups. People are being greedy, using your playfulness as as a weakness, or your kindness as a weakness. People playing fake house and all of that jazz, but in reality, that what their opinions are when it comes to this game that they're playing has no benefit to you. Okay, so it's like y'all playing these games in front of me, and I'm just watching y'all from afar. I'm looking at this whole shebang thing. You could be a third sibling. I see 3 siblings here, and I also see 3 people here. Also, you see people talking shit, but you're doing the physical labor. Also, is what I see. So the T is that you're just noticing people right now, and you've kind of separated yourself. You don't want to leave. You don't want to separate yourself. You don't want to be alone, but Spirit is almost pushing you to do that. Okay, it says Fox, shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. So this could do with a business or a career venture. It says indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. So I think there is a certain level of trusting where your life will take you, but also don't act like instantly on emotion. Do not be emotionally impulsive where you just run rampant and you have no destination. You need to sit down with yourself and define a goal that is very, important to you. And it says arrow. So you got 2 arrows. And this could do with love, but I really don't feel like it has to do with love. Maybe love is like, romantic love is like a layer in it, but I feel like it has to do with you waiting for a sign to just strike, to just go. It says you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. So trust your direction. I think this is a matter of quieting all of the doubts in your head and all of the opinions that have been told to you. Trust your emotional well-being, trust your heart, trust that everything is okay and will be okay. Like all is well. And now for some guidance. It says solar plexus chakra. It is safe for you to be powerful and take charge of your life in positive ways. So that's very important. Take charge of your life. It's safe. So I feel like, yeah, you trusting that you trust your power. Like it's safe for you to be powerful. That's crazy. Like that's low-key deep. It's safe for you to become powerful in your own, stance. Because usually in the Three of Pentacles, everybody is like working on the same project, but here you're observing people just talk while you're like doing the physical labor again. So trust that it's safe for you to do that. That's the way it's supposed to be. And you can't do the shoulda, woulda, coulda type of situations when it comes to people. Okay, we also have shield yourself, protect yourself from harsh and fear-based energies by envisioning a cocoon of healing light surrounding you. So I feel like this could do, even if people mean well, it's, where you need to protect yourself from. And even if you have to protect yourself from your own thoughts and fears, do that by affirming positive affirmations and reflecting what people project onto you when it comes to their deepest fears. So I'm looking at the shield and this monster that's on it. So continue to reflect the monsters that people kind of project onto you. Excuse me. And lastly, donations, tithing, and charitable work. Give joyfully to organizations and people who spiritually support and inspire you, and know that your generosity will be returned to you manyfold in miraculous ways. The time, supplies, money, and other resources you donate will ensure that your positive energy multiplies. So I feel like this has to do with, I'm going to switch this. This has to do with your emotional labor. It's like what you choose to give. So maybe you have a higher calling or a higher job or, again, destination that you're looking towards. Let that be your source of infinite love, infinite abundance, where you just keep on keeping on without feeling drained. You use your service, your act of service, to be your point of resourcefulness and positive energy. And once you focus and shift that perspective to only focus on that, then your abundance will multiply. Okay, so this concludes what I have, some closing messages from Spirit that will be said to you. So Spirit, infinite love, what needs to be said to my pile number 1, the immune and stress teabag group? Find your own voice. So I feel like that's you not being afraid of your power. Be patient with yourself. Like don't let other people's fear of your power, become your own fear. Let's get 4 messages. At what cost? So at what cost will you keep your mouth suppressed? Your voice suppressed. At what cost? Like you got to protect yourself from a lot of fear-based energies that low-key surround you. And finally, we have take charge. So yeah, there's another message of taking charge. Give yourself more credit and to make it more balanced. Let's get one more card. Wealthy versus rich. So yeah, pay attention to those people. And it says, let us treat you, contact you, ask and you shall receive. So I feel like you're never alone. You are always surrounded by people, energies, positive spirit guides that love you at the end of the day. So yeah, this concludes your reading. I hope that you enjoyed it and I hope that it hit home. I try to make it short, but it's still pretty long, like 19 minutes, but it's okay. But yes, please like, comment, and subscribe if this resonated, and share as well. Thank you. Hello, greetings. Okay, so if you chose the Peach Detox Healthy Cleansing Formula, this is your message. I am about to give you all basically a quick little rundown of how this reading is going to go. So we're going to start with the clairvoyant message, where I read like the current energy, and then also like use the message from the Yogi tea bag to give me some insight on what's going on. Then after that, we'll also continue and ask about your current energy. So this characterizes your current energy. So if you feel like you do not resonate with this current energy, that means that this is either not the right time for you to look at this reading, or this is just not your pile. Okay? And then we have the theme of the tea on you. Okay? After the theme, we talk about the energetic cause and or effect of this tea. Then we get some information on the tea, and then some guidance. All right. So let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, excuse my hand. I had to like put some lotion on, and yeah, made a little mess. Okay, so let's get into it. So off the bat, I feel like you all have a creative, I'm going straight in. Also, I do have to make the disclaimer, if you feel like this does not resonate, don't take anything that does not resonate. And also, I'm not telling you anything that you do not already know. Okay, I'm just confirming. Think of me as a vessel of your higher consciousness or self. Okay, so healthy cleansing formula, detox. I feel like you all have many blockages, bad habits that you are trying to resolve. If you're watching this as soon as I release this, we are about to go into 2023. So you're doing a lot of cleansing internally, I feel. I don't think it's external. Maybe it is reflected on the outside body with your relationships to people. But I feel like this is mostly personal to you and how you create your life, how you write your life story. You could be a writer, you could be a singer, songwriter, or you could just like to journal and create in solitude. Yeah. So let's open up this message and see what's going on. Let's see what it says. It says, find strength in knowing that you can make a difference in this world. Okay. I love that. So I feel like the strength is going to be a very key message when it comes to your guidance, perhaps. Feeling that you can do it. You can live this life. And it may be a struggle to literally live from day to day. You could have been coming out of a brief period of depression. Yeah. Okay. So it says, what characterizes your energy is the onion and the infinity sign. Eternal expansion, love, continuity, balance, love times 2, life, death, rebirth, fertility. So you could have a child, you could have a project, you have a business that you hold dear to your heart. You may have a lot of different layers that kind of create who you are as a person, but at your core, you have a simple love that you feel like you can't live without. This could be a person, this could be a passion, like art, music, health, healing, or something like that. You feel like the world around you is changing, or like you are just kind of always going against the brush. Like you're always going against, your brush stroke is always going against like the rest of the world, if that makes sense. I'm trying to make analogies and stuff and it's not working. Yeah. Also, again, this message of detoxing, you feel like you've identified, you could be really hard on yourself, like your worst critic, and you feel like you, in order to make a difference, in order to have these big goals and achieve these big dreams of yours, you have to change something about yourself. But I feel like the main message that will be revealed in this tea about you is that you don't even see your true potential, your true power. Maybe you see it, but I don't know if you even feel it. Like you know, I don't know if you know or move like that. Okay? And like, yeah, you're kind of craving some type of spice in your life, in the love department, in the career department, but you feel kind of like an empty, hollow shell. The whole time it's like what's inside of you is what is yearning to come out. That's the tea on you. So let's get some theme about the tea. Resilience and nourishment. Okay. So I think, again, it's like what you feed. You maybe Spirit is pushing you to change what you choose to feed your body. This does not just have to be about food and what you drink and stuff. It could be about the people that you surround yourself with. It could also be about the thoughts that kind of constantly rotate in your brain cells. It could also be about the music that you listen to, the music that you create, the thoughts, the words that you speak, the conversations that you have on repeat. Like, it's something about you choosing change and choosing to die and be reborn again with this healthy cleansing formula. You're trying to seek and find solace in a formula that can, do 1 + 1 = 2. Like, you're trying to add stuff together to make a difference in your world. You feel like you need to change in some shape or form. So now we're going to go into the energetic cause and or effect of this tea. So it says smoke, smudging, burning. So I always think of like transformation, things not being clear, you kind of being indecisive when it comes to your path. You're not able to just move with life's organic ways because you feel like you have this internal need to control and know what's coming up next. You could have anxiety, or you could also just think about constant things from the past that may haunt you. So you feel like your very existence is to prove people wrong. You're not really at peace with yourself because you feel like you're always fighting to prove something to the world, to prove something to yourself and to the world, if that makes sense, okay? So I feel like the cause could be just the lack of you cleansing, like constantly creating a routine where you cleanse people from your life, or you have a reset button for yourself to check and do your balance, like balance and check. I'm thinking about like check and balance what you got in your life and what's leaving your life. You may have this need to like cling on something for as long as it can last before you let it go. Okay, so if this is the reading, if you feel like this tea on you, or this what's going on in your life that you may not totally be conscious of, like if you resonate with this, let's keep going. Let's keep unpacking it. So we have the 10 of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the Fool. That is very interesting. So off the bat, I think the tea is that you're done with whatever career, whatever cycle or thought process or lifestyle you've been doing. You're done with it and you're ready to move. It's interesting that this is moving backwards. So maybe you're kind of in this reflection time of looking back at your past and grieving the death of who you used to be, or who your old dreams and aspirations were. And after you confront this, the tea is that you will move forward and you'll use this playful version of a tiger, of reality, and you're gonna, cut that off, cut people off, or like sort out and discern what you can leave in the past and what you can take with you. And with that, you're gonna be reborn again. You see that the tiger is a lot more detailed than this tiger as well. And yeah, you're gonna take that new head, like that new idea that you had, and use it to probably, I don't know, just move forward. It's a real strange feeling I get. Taking a risk. You're not totally abandoning yourself and your past dream or whatever, but you're, again, sorting stuff out and moving forward. Almost putting on a facade of like faking it till you make it is what I see. Now we have the Ace of Cups, Six of Swords in reverse, and then the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. And I honestly feel like this was in reverse and these were upright, so I'm gonna do that. And what that tells me is that you are being forced in this time of your life to seek refuge within who you are at your core. Don't be afraid to play. I feel like you don't even give yourself the time to rest, because you're always moving on to the next thing. But they're saying Spirit wants you to pour into yourself before you go on this new rite of passage into more abundance. You could be on the way to fame. You could be on the way to just great change, recognition, and also inheritance as well, like planting the seeds for your future self, your future wife, husband, kids, and so on. And don't be afraid to look at the past, and also be aware that you have guidance surrounding you. You got a lot of solar energy, so you could be Libra, Aquarius, or what's the other air sign? Gemini. Yeah, but definitely heavy Aquarius energy when it comes to just new things, taking risks, being a visionary, but also acting out on those visions with the power of resilience, with the energy and tenacity of what it means to keep on pushing. Yes, so also this could have to do with a younger woman, dealings or relationship with another woman, a younger woman. It could do with knowing that it is your time to get out of a situation, move on, away from people, family, relatives, and environment. And lastly, someone is leaving your life. So this is very interesting. I don't know if you're trying to like beat somebody else to like leave a certain environment or to move forward. You're almost in you're in competition of like with your higher self, you don't have competition with anybody else, but you have a competition with yourself. And that is not necessarily the healthiest. Again, this is like a collective reading, so take what resonates. This could be about a relationship with a person, like a woman or a feminine figure in your life who has left your life and has forced you to become resourceful with your own situation that you found yourself in, or they left your life, period. And yeah, so you had no choice but to move on and love and pour into yourself. Okay, so now we're gonna get into guidance. So it says mediumship. You have the natural ability to connect with departed loved ones. So somebody could have left your life physically as well and left like an empty space, an empty void that only you can fill up. You also have heart chakra. The answer that you seek is in your heart right now, and I'm paying attention to the fact that her hands are towards her heart as well. So don't be afraid to have some conversations with a departed loved one that may be surrounding you already. And it says be open to giving and receiving love. So this could also do with a new relationship that's trying to take off, that is just not being able to take off because you feel like you're occupied with other situations that have to do with money or long-term wealth. And it says sever vows of poverty. Dear one, there's no need to suffer or sacrifice. Hold the intention of undoing any vows of poverty or self-denial that you may have made consciously or unconsciously in any lifetime. As you do so, all effects of these vows will be undone for everyone involved in all the directions of life. So I feel like this has to do with the way that you've been taught to view money. I'm looking at the peacock. Usually a peacock cannot fly, but in this situation, I see butterflies as well as other birds. So it's like you are on the verge of transformation. You can't be kept into a box. Like there's no way for anybody to contain you. Follow your true calling. Trust in your own blueprint that was already created for you before you physically arrived and took your first breath on this planet. Okay? And it says face your financial fears. So there is this need for you to almost have a marriage, like confront yourself. Don't be afraid to marry your passion in life. Don't be afraid to marry your dream and commit to it. Don't be afraid of commitment. It says when you're honest with yourself about fears of success or failure, they can no longer control you. Be free of hidden fears by exposing them to the light of awareness, and you'll realize that you, in fact, have nothing to fear, and that every successful person has struggled with and released these self-doubts. So there are self-doubts that you are needing to cleanse from your space, your energetic space. So now let's close off with some messages from your spirit guides that, let's see what they want to leave you with. What do you want to leave my pile number 2 with? It says, say our names. You've got money coming in. So don't worry about money. I feel like you could be, worrying a little bit too much about money coming. Rest and recover. Stop romanticizing simple life. And maybe you feel like once you do this or that, then you'll be happy. But you can go here, you can travel here or there with this traveling card. You can go here or there, but all you really got is yourself. Like, you can move, you could try to, I need a vacation. You finally go to that vacation and you're still carrying the energetic, emotional baggage with you, so you don't really enjoy yourself at the beach. You're always thinking about something else. So you can't run away from yourself. There may be messages in pile 1 that are for you about running away from yourself, but that doesn't matter. It says you're beautiful. So you're beautiful right now. There's no need for you to romanticize your dreams, goals, and aspirations to almost escape your present self. You have everything that you need right now. So it's really a matter of you being grateful for like every step of the journey. Let's get a final message, please, from Spirit. Okay, it says, follow your dreams into reality. That's beautiful. So just fly away. Fly with your dreams into reality. And lastly, say our names calling us. So you got 2 say our names calling us. You have ancestors that are literally surrounding you that want to talk to you. You're not listening. And you can listen through your heart, literally, your heartbeat. Music could be, again, important to listen to certain words. You don't literally have to hear voices. You can just be open and receptive to love, to lyrics that stick with you, or like certain words or a quote that you may see on the wall or something like that, and almost receive it in a way that's sweetening, that makes you feel good, that makes you feel loved, if that makes sense. And something's telling me to split the deck. It says wealthy versus rich. That was also in the last pile. Take charge. So you're going to be wealthy. Think about long-term success, and that takes a long time to groom and water and grow. But you definitely trust that you have money coming in. You have to sever vows of poverty. So look at it as like getting a divorce with poverty and marrying to abundance, okay? Commit to abundance. But this concludes your reading. I hope that this resonated. Love you. Much love. Like, comment, subscribe, share if you feel like this resonated and you want to see more. Thank you. Bye. All right, hey, my pile number 3, if you chose the lemon ginger pile, this is your reading. Okay, so I'm going to just give you all the rundown of what's going on, how we're going to unpack this tea. So we're going to start off with a clairvoyant message. So that's me like reading the energy of the room, of this space of pile number 3. Then we're moving on to what characterizes your current energy, the theme of your tea, so what are we going to talk about, and then the energetic cause and or effect of your tea. Once we pass this point, you will know whether or not this reading is for you or not for you. We also have information on the actual tea that we're going to talk about, and then we have some guidance, okay? So let's get started. Okay. So let's start over here. Start with you. I do feel like, I'm just gonna listen. I heard taking a break, unplugging, experiencing things that kind of shook you up a bit, and so you're taking your time to soak it all up, to digest it, with digestion here, in a healthy way, so not completely lashing out. Maybe it's like a lot of familial change things that you already knew were coming up, but it was like something was finally stamped for you. So now you're kind of taking the time to take a break. I also forget to say this. I don't know why I always forget to say, but what's it called? I don't say anything that you do not already know, and also don't only take what resonates. This is a general reading, so yeah, only take what resonates. So here you have compassion is your strength. So I know that you're most likely a healer. Naturally, to spaces, you tend to attract people, things, situations, environments, work environments that kind of suck you dry. And you're kind of coping with the fact that this is your choice. This whole life situation, this whole life thing is you. You chose this. You are naturally a compassionate person, or you're not naturally a compassionate person and you only think of yourself. Please do not be triggered. Continue the reading if you feel like that struck a chord with you. But compassion, it needs and calls on you to be selfless. It's the act of selflessness. Okay? So seeing beyond yourself, seeing the bigger picture, seeing yourself outside of your own shoes. You know, you're kind of afraid. You could be naturally afraid to hear what people got to say about you. Almost too concerned with what people have to say about you, but also you have no fuck, you give no fucks, but it's almost the fucks that you give is almost hidden from you in plain sight. It's almost a sense of self-denial where you actually do give a couple of fucks. You know what I'm saying? But you kind of choose to raise your nose up a little higher so that people don't distract you from your confidence or your ego. There's a difference. Yeah. So compassion is your strength. So I think that there's a calling for you. Or like you could, if that did not resonate, you could be the total opposite where you are like a people pleaser and you seek confirmation from people. And that is like literally the total opposite of that spectrum. So what characterizes your current energy? We have the sum of waterfall, endurance, resourcefulness, and the womb. This is really interesting. I knew that when I was dealing your cards, y'all got the most cards out of everybody, I feel like. And I think you know what it means to be down bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what it means to be, resourceful. Like having to create with what you already have. Because with the womb, everything was almost built in a woman's body to create that baby, you know? Yes, you needed the fucking, sorry, why am I cursing so much with y'all's power? But yes, you needed the sperm to fertilize the egg or whatever. But even without with the fertilization, you have to create that amniotic sac. Like the amniotic sac was already built. It's already built in you. So you probably feel like you could be a big sister or a maternal figure for people. And it was almost built. You were almost raised in that way and created in a way to create a safe space for people to grow. And you are almost a sum of that experience. Like you're the creation of this experience. And so I'm thinking about parents right now because we got the sum of, so I think of two things, creating you and you being that product, or you being a mother figure. And this waterfall card is really interesting. You almost become a spectacle to people. Like your success is almost talked about. You're the only power where I also feel like people do gossip about you. They see you from afar and feel like you got things handed to you on a silver platter, but whole time you had to learn, you had to be an alchemist of those nasty, bitter moments. You had to know how to put different elements together to create that platter, you know, yourself. And then you had all of the ingredients to cook your own meal and cook your own food. What you post or whatever is not necessarily what has happened, you know, behind closed doors. So you've almost become resourceful. Your compassion for yourself has become your source of what's keeping you alive every day. You know what I'm saying? And so you probably can't even fathom the fact that people don't even love you. Like you doing so much, this and that, and it's still not enough. Yeah, so like, yeah, with waterfall, you are a spectacle, almost a rush of energy. Very unique. You're a very beautiful, attractive person that is very unique, personality-wise and physically-wise. People, this is the only part where I'm thinking about this. Like, if you're a woman, men feel like you are wife material. Like, you can procreate babies, and it would be a great addition to the world. You know, like, you'll be a great person to create a family or create a child with, or a project. If you're like really good businessman or businesswoman, people will love to collaborate with you so that they could create products together with you. Because they know that you have great endurance. They know that you're resourceful. You know how to make shit shake. Yeah. Okay, so the theme of this tea. So you have blooming, and then it says vulnerability. You can be completely open with this person. So there is a specific partnership that is seeking your attention. That is the tea on you. You can decide whether or not you want any parts with this partnership, but yeah, that's the tea on you. You're trying to learn whether or not you trust. So this reading will reveal whether or not you should trust this partnership. We're going to get more information on this partnership or this move, this blooming that requires two energies to connect and grow and create another thing. Yeah. So yeah, this has to do, so now we're going to talk about the cause and or effect. So we have the cause, career, money streams. That's interesting. And then we also have stop the blame, empower your energy, electric being, intuit, own it. So yeah, there's this need for you to take full charge of everything that has happened in your life. No matter how hurtful it has become, like when you're realizing what has really like happened to you, but really feel like, I know it's real corny and cliche, but like it happened for you, not necessarily to you, okay? So, yeah, like you have to stop blaming the world, stop blaming people for their, misdeeds. Yeah. That's going to help you heal and digest everything that has happened in your life. But you have multiple streams or money incomes or different jobs or different partnerships that have almost forced you to double check or like have multiple check, like a checklist before you become vulnerable with somebody. And like vulnerability is exposure, like pure exposure, knowing that exposure can put you in danger. So it takes a certain strength of compassion. Like that's what vulnerability almost takes, compassion, of seeing beyond yourself, not taking things too personally. And it's really easier said than done, to be quite honest. But yeah, so if you feel like this resonated with your energy, let's move on into talking about more of the tea, like of what's going on. Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands, the Six of Swords, the Strength card in reverse. That's interesting. And then the Nine of Wands in reverse. Yeah, there's a person that you don't necessarily trust that's coming in like full force. Like they know what they want you, they want to collaborate with you, but you just don't know whether or not you should trust them. I don't necessarily see any red flags so far, but I do see the only red flag has to do with you trusting yourself. The Six of Swords has to do with understanding that luck is on your side. No matter what direction you choose to go into, you're always protected. You're always guided. So you have to trust in your guidance that you've been gifted with when you reach here in this planet. This could be a person, or you could be this person that's really impulsive, that has really great ideas, great pure passion, pure fire. You love to execute things and act on it as soon as the thought arrives. But on the other hand, what's blooming and what's almost going to be shown to you is like your electricity requires different outlets, different connections. that creates even more powerful network. So with the Strength card in reverse and then the Nine of Wands, I feel like you can't be afraid of making an announcement of showing your true colors, like showing your project. Like, don't be afraid of people's reactions to your hard work that has been done in the dark. Like, don't be afraid of the birth of this idea. And the Strength card is usually a woman being graceful with a lion, but here I just see straight up lions type shit, like different levels of who you are basically, and you run rampant, doing like overworking, and you kind of tamed yourself, not in a good way though. It's like, I don't like even the name tame. I like just being gracious versus like taming. So it's almost like an aggressive way of talking to yourself or blaming yourself or other people for coping with, this Nine of Wands energy of like feeling like you're at your last push and not feeling or believing in that resourcefulness of what resides in your heart to keep moving forward when it comes to a project idea or partnership. Okay, so we have the Sun in reverse, the Moon card, the Judgment card in reverse, and then the Devil in reverse. This is very interesting. And I feel like this should be upright, but I like it in reverse. So with this Sun card in conjunction to the sum of, I feel like this has to do with your inner child or like dreams and aspirations that you hold dear to your heart. And the fact that it's right next to the Moon card upright, I think there is a need for you to not be afraid of what resides even beneath the waterfall. Like when you fall in that waterfall, like you're kind of scared of what is going to hit you when you reach rock bottom. So you have to make peace with your higher calling, that you feel like you're almost ignoring your higher calling with the need for control, with your ego knowing what's coming up next. Or, Spirit said pause, or you've been in this fight of going and being almost addicted to work or like fulfilling that higher calling. And what you need to do is rest, go back and flip this card upright and not be afraid to like see your light shine, like your inner child's light shine on your fears. It's almost like you're scared to see your fear play out. And because of that, you've almost remained in a state of analysis paralysis where you're stuck in this moon phase where you can't really move. You're just stuck in the indecisiveness of, I don't know what's coming up next, and I'm not going to move forward until I know what's coming up next. Whole time though, there's this inner calling, this music, this ringing in your ear that is telling you, push forward. You can beat this fucking devil. Like, this devil is nothing to you. It means nothing to you. You can push past this fear of being bound and stuck with this other soul. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're kind of afraid to like be codependent on somebody, but that's not you. That's not going to be you are this powerful Strength card, and I feel like your fears, you don't know how to become friends with your fears and use them as like a thank you next type of situation where, thank you, I'm going to take this from you, thank you for providing me with that insight, but when I move forward in this blooming, I'm not going to be afraid of what I'm opening my heart to. Okay, so we have more information. It says protection from a powerful friend. So this person can protect you. That's what I see. You got the Boat, money or property through inheritance, winning or windfall. You have the Valley, deep personal strength and peace that assures success. And lastly, do not back down from opposition, show strength and fortitude. So obviously a common theme is your strength and fortitude. your ability to like keep on keeping on without the fear of failure. You're almost scared of not succeeding, and like if you don't succeed, you're not worth anything. You shouldn't be alive if you don't succeed. That is not good. Answer this inner calling that you have, this upheaval that's craving your attention. And also don't be afraid of pleasure as well. Like don't be afraid if like this certain person or this certain thing makes you feel good. The devil card does not always have to be negative. It's like, don't be afraid of negativity, but this could also be positive, the fact that it is in reverse, meaning that you're coming out of, or you're able to at least notice your addictions. If that is an addictive emotional coping mechanism or mental mechanism, physical mechanism, like whatever you think you feel like you do that kind of suppresses you from seeing your true power and embodying and embracing that, I think you're going to notice it. Now let's go into guidance. And you could be a Leo because there's like so much Leos, like so much lions. And then you also have the bull, so you could be a Taurus as well. So the first message of guidance says you open the door to positive experiences and opportunities with your positive expectations and energy. Do not allow negative energy or temporary setbacks to interfere with the path that you are on. Keep the faith and keep going. So there's obviously, that's what this Nine of Wands in reverse is about, is keep the faith and keep going. Stop being afraid of, learn how to shine the light on those fears. Don't be afraid of the face of that monster. Face that monster and know that you can even beat it. Even with the worst case scenario, if you're addicted to those thoughts, like look at those thoughts, like look at the instead of suppressing it with anxiety, like look at it. And then you'll realize it's not as big as you feel like. Your calling is much bigger than that. And because of you being scared of facing your fears, you're almost like quieting or dwindling the light of your higher calling, like your higher purpose in life. You're kind of like, again, analysis paralysis, like staying still and suppressing that because you're scared of this. But the whole time, all of these could be upright and you're still safe. You're still good. It also says unlimited ideas. Your mind is one with God's infinite mind. Therefore, you have complete access to unlimited ideas, guaranteed to bring blessings. All you need to do is take divinely guided action to allow these ideas to come to fruition. So yeah, there's obviously like a need for you to act on what you feel already in your heart. Again, stop staying still. Like you need to act. And then it says, detox your friendships. Your abundance flow is affected by people with whom you're spending time. So be discerning about your associations and relationships. Choose to be with people who are inspiring, generous, and supportive. So pay attention. Don't blame people that drain you and still freaking be around them. You know what I'm saying? Like, notice the issue, notice the equation, and solve the shit. Like, stop. You don't have to be the sum of an equation. You don't have to be the victim of people adding this and this together to like create their hurt or their jealousy of you, people being envious of you. You don't have to be around those same people that vex you. You don't have to be around that. It's your choice at the end of the day. So like detox those relationships, those friendships that you feel like tax you more than it really gives you. And then we have Ascended Masters. Powerful, loving, wise, and spiritual teachers are watching over and guiding you. So you got a lot of confirmation about just divine guidance when it comes to you. You also have Indigo. The person you're inquiring about is an Indigo, meaning a highly sensitive, natural-born leader. And I feel like that's you. You're that child, that Indigo child that has this higher calling that's waiting to take off. You're a natural-born leader. You're highly sensitive. Maybe people have looked down upon that, but don't feel guilty about the way that you feel and the way that you are receptive to people, like empathically. And finally, it says past life issues. So this could be connected to like your soul's calling, like your literal contract that you signed to come here on Earth. This situation has a basis in one of your previous lifetimes. Ask your angels to help you remember, release, learn, and heal from your past experiences. So with a wounded heart, you can allow it to bleed. Once all of that blood is shed, have faith that your body can heal itself. It can create the scab that is again healed and creates tougher skin. Finally, let's close out with some messages from your guides about, what do you need to do for this tea? So I think with this person, that if this was a love situation, trust yourself. Like, no matter what, if you choose to be with him or not, you'll probably, if you don't learn the lesson, you're going to get somebody else that is going to keep, you know, until you're able to face that lesson head on. This could be your last lesson to learn too, before, you know, finding a good relationship. But yeah, or finding a good peace, like moment of peace and blooming. What's it called? So like, if you, don't ignore this. Like, decide to act on it, whether it's going in or just ignoring. You still have to make a decision about it. It says groom yourself in your personal space. So there is this need for you to groom your inner strength, that beast that's on the inside. You don't always have to be strong. And stay true to your heart. Like, stay means like, don't run away from yourself. Use the mirror as a window or portal to receive and witness your divinity. So do some affirmations, some mirror work. I feel like that's not for you. Let's get 2 more cards, please. Infinite love. What else needs to be said to pile number 3? Release the fear of your own power. Give yourself more credit. Yeah. Also, love yourself. That's a cute, simple way. And all is well. Trust that all is well. Love yourself before you prioritize something or someone else. Okay. So yes, this concludes your reading. I hope that this resonated. Please like, comment, and subscribe if this resonates with you. And yeah, let's go on. All right. All right. Greetings. Hello, my Breathe Deep crew. This is your reading, answering the question, what is the tea on you? I had to drink my tea. Okay, so I'm going to break down the structure of this reading. So we're going to start off with a clairvoyant message. So that's just me and my mind. Listening and hearing a message that comes for you, okay, that may resonate with your current energy. Then we have to like go deeper into that. We have 3 cards that characterize your current energy. Then we have cards that are like that represent the theme of the tea that is on you, and then the energetic causes and or effects of that tea. So after we go through this checkpoint, you'll realize whether or not this reading is for you or not for you. And if you don't find a reading here, then you could have readings in the other piles, or this is just not your reading in totality. But I trust your intuition. I hope that you trust your own as well. Yeah. Also, moving forward, I do not tell you anything that you don't already know. I just basically confirm and help guide you to an inner knowing that you already have within yourself. Yeah. And then after that, we go into more tea and then guidance. All right, you my last pile. Let's get into it. Okay, so breathe deep. Breathe deep. I feel like y'all are simple people, honest people, authentic people that have a small inner circle. You don't really do much to attract people, even romantically. You wait for people to make that first move before you decide to go on and push forward. You may have things like anxiety or certain internal wars within yourself when it comes to the need to know that everyone is safe. You usually have to, you use your breath, or maybe you need to use your breath a lot more than you do. You could have bad posture. So if you're like slouching right now, just like me, literally putting your head up, picking your spine up and aligning it will help you breathe better. But there's this need there's this need for you to wake up to your power. That's been like the honest collective reading that has put everybody else, like all the other readings together, is like waking up to your strength. But for you all, I feel like this has to do with aligning to your strength. So making certain moves and adjustments that just helps you realign and like find the truth that already resides here. Yeah, so let's open the message to see anything else. Because if you know Yogi Tea, they have the cute little messages. It says, relate to your greatness and not to your weakness. So you guys could be like my people that are like harsh critics. You got a lot to worry about. You got a lot of, you're a fixer-upper. You like to fix things and heal things and do things. And instead, you don't really take the time to just relax and breathe deeply. You have to like this shallow breath. I hear like a fast pace, like kind of keep on keeping on. But whole time, like, yeah, that's because you're always focused on, you're not even focused. It's about relationships. So relating who you are and identifying yourself in the greatness that you already possess. Okay, so what is characterizing your energy currently? So we have the dumpster. Let's put this, all right. So the dumpster, the ruler, and the airplane. It's very interesting. Could feel like shit. Could always be disposing. You feel like there's a lot of baggage that you hold that needs to be cleaned out. You critique yourself a lot. You measure a lot of things. Your measurement to success has to do with your ability to travel, to make moves. You may move on from one destination to the next, or this card also gives me the energy of like always being in flight, always moving, not necessarily settling down. You're afraid to settle down and just, again, relax. But this dumpster card, I heard like, oops, I made a poopsie. So like when you take a shit, you kind of, or make a mistake, you take that shit to the gutter. Like you take that shit to heart type shit. Like it's not a normal thing to make a mistake, you know? And this reminds me of a quote from Lauryn Hill, or interview, where she's like, she looks at life as we're learning and then we're mastering. We're learning, mastery, learning, mastery. So I think when it comes to you learning certain situations, you kind of take that to the heart. That's what I see. And with respiratory health, that's about having healthy lungs and a healthy diaphragm that pushes those lungs up and down, so that you can receive all of the nurturing. I don't know if you love to nurture spaces and people and things, but I don't know if you're seen. I don't know if you feel seen. If your problems are understood, you may feel like you're like, this is my misunderstood pile. You don't feel like you're ever understood. Yeah. And yeah, again, like measuring to the next destination. How far am I from this goal? And that goal, that distance almost determines the way that you determine your greatness or your worth. Very interesting. Okay, so what is the nature of your what's it called? Your tea. Okay. So. Okay. So blue is a constant thing. This has to do with your throat chakra. So maybe you suppress your voice and you don't even bother speaking up to people or proving yourself to people because you're always misunderstood. Maybe you're thinking about a project, or there's like a need that you need from somebody, but they feel like it's a want. So you feel like you have to prove the fact that it's a necessity to your well-being in a relationship or in a job. You feel like your words is just useless. But there is a method of patience where I feel like things will unfold in front of your eyes. People will show their true colors faster than you'll realize. There is chaos in order. Chaos and order can coexist. So you may be in this moment of distress on autopilot. And you kind of become accustomed to the stress that this chaos produces, and you feel like you got shit kind of backwards. You're not looking at the system. You're looking at the things or aspects or mistakes that you're making within that system that feels like a burden, like baggage. But you're not realizing that it's the space that you're in that's kind of creating this product out of you. There is chaos and order, darkness and light. You have to make peace with chaos. There's beauty in chaos as well. Chaos doesn't always have to be negative. Darkness does not always have to be negative. The unknown does not always have to be negative. Light is not always positive, and vice versa. So there's this need for you to balance things. Chaos and order, creation and destruction, faith and doubt. Excellent. With doubt, though, you see the only thing, these have plus signs, but this is the only thing that you got shit fucked up with, is like not believing in yourself and allowing doubt to kind of overpower your belief system. So if you need to talk to God or pray more to the higher source, whoever you believe in, whatever higher source, whatever you believe in that gives you reason to improve yourself in this lifetime, look to that higher source and have faith that they got you. She, he, they, whoever you believe in, they got you. And feel safe in this power of your silence. Maybe you've been talking too much. You need to breathe deep and get quiet and watch things kind of crumble without your help. That's the word. Okay, so now it says your space, drink water, let go, and spend some time alone. So you could be the fixer-upper, the person that loves to fix things, not realizing that, like, I'm thinking about Fix It Felix, like, not realizing that almost on this constant battle. I need to see, maybe you should see Wreck-It Ralph. I like children's movies. I'm going to look at Wreck-It Ralph because I don't even know the message that wants to come out, but the message is in that movie. And whatever lesson is for Fix It Felix. Whatever that character learned is for you to learn. But take charge of your space, You need to drink more water. Maybe you are literally dehydrated. Pray over your water before you drink it. But your help is not needed here. You got to trust that all things will take shape the way that it's supposed to. Your help is not needed. And that might be an ego shot to you, but don't take it personally. That means that you need more space for yourself. You're kind of neglecting yourself for other people. So that is your current energy. If you feel like this resonates with you, that means we can continue on to talk about the tea that is on you. Okay, so let's get some more information on this tea. This tea has to do with, obviously, again, the way that you give to people. Yeah. Okay. So we have the Four of Pentacles, giving. Ten of Pentacles. And then the Empress. Yeah, you are my fertile child. My Empress, always ready to give. Fertile ground. You're abundant. You're all-knowing with this owl here. I don't know what this raven or whatever that bird means. Whatever that bird is in Egyptian mythology. You could look that up. I don't know. Look up Egyptian bird or something. But 3, 4, 10. So this could be money matters. This could be you're like choosing a lesser poison. This job or this relationship is like choosing a lesser poison. You feel almost like weighed down, feeling like you can't get any lower than where you already are. And the whole time you are a caterpillar that is waiting to fly. You're in your shell. You're in your shell. But what's waiting to kind of reach out and fly out is this Empress in your energy. Maybe like you almost like you see yourself as like a cute little like woman of cups, like queen of cups, I meant. Like that's how you see yourself. You know that you're like a giver. For instance, in my situation, like people have positive things to say about my work. They have positive things to say about the space, the safe space that I create for people. However, at the end of the day, like I come home drained as fuck. You know what I'm saying? That's because of me not seeing my true value as an empress that deserves to be able to travel freely without the need to be bound by people and be bound in the fucking dumpster. I deserve to be on this side of the shit, not this side. You taking scraps and feeling like that is the cake. Whole time, you got the whole freaking ingredients to create your cake, you know? And this 10 of Pentacles is just telling me that, you know, you're safe regardless. Like money-wise, you're always protected and you're safe. And you're naturally patient, but there's this need for you to almost sit in your ability to attract what you deserve. You know what I'm saying? Like you deserve the world and more. You deserve to say anything or to just lift your finger and people come to the rescue type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I feel. But you're this larva. You feel like you're a larva. Whole time you're just you're ready to fly away. You're ready to flap your little wings. You feel like this, if you try to even pick up a coin or all 4 coins, the scorpion is gonna fucking kill you. So you decide to like keep everything as is. You deal with whatever you're dealt with. But if you turn around, you can just stomp the shit out. You're probably bigger than this freaking snake. I don't know. I'm just trying to, you know. I hope you resonate with what I'm saying. And then, yeah, let's continue to move forward, please. Okay, so we have the Ace of Swords clarifying the 4 of Pentacles. So, yeah, clarity of mind, the Lover's card in reverse, and then the 8 of Chalices in reverse. So there's something that is tying you down. You are still not ready to celebrate. People are celebrating. They will celebrate without you. And that kind of hurts your feelings. Or maybe people are, they're celebrating without you. And it's the first time I'm seeing this person's face. You could be salty or mad about that. But whole time, like, you are the freaking giver of cups. Like, you create the cups. You are the freaking cup, you know? So they're kind of like sabotaging and pushing you to feel jealous of what they can be with or without you, and you're kind of taking that to heart. But that is not the case. The case is that you have free will. Your destiny is beyond this small little confined space. You're going to reach, T is that you're going to have a clarity of mind that's going to wake you up. And I'm going to just flip all of these up right. It's going to wake you up to your free will, your ability to create whatever future and amount of abundance and openness that you deserve. You know what I'm saying? Like, once you leave this space, you're going to not even realize, like, the fact that you haven't been breathing deeply. Like, you haven't been breathing correctly. So you'll have this clarity of mind that's going to force you to move forward. And almost like receive a miracle. I'm telling you, like, come back to this reading. You're going to have a miracle that comes to you. And it's going to be a result of you choosing to walk away. Once you walk away from this situation, this person, this habit, this whatever the fuck, you're going to realize the amount of passion and the amount of fruit, like fruitful condition or fruitful result. What am I trying to say? Fruitful experience that you're going to, you know, experience. Yeah, so let's get some more information on this T. So the month of August could be relevant. You got hat. You will be playing a different role. So you will, something is going to change. You probably were the worker, and then eventually you're going to become a boss, you know, faster than you know it. And then you got fan, romance, celebration, or party. So yeah, there's this need for you. Spirit is saying don't go to a party, or if you go to a party, keep all eyes like open. Yeah. Flattery, like be aware of people that are trying to flatter you. Always take note of the people that, like if you have this big boom of money, like be aware of those people that were treating you like shit or treating you like you was a mediocre person when you didn't really have that much. Yeah, but you're like this empress that's like meant for a lot more than what this previous environment provided you with. The crumbs. Yeah, you don't live off of crumbs. You're more than that. You're like a fucking lion that was raised with sheep, or you're like an ugly duckling. No offense, not saying that you ugly or nothing. I'm not saying that at all. But like when at first, you know, they stood out, but then when they grew up, like either the lion, his strength could freaking kill the sheeps or protect the sheeps, you know, after they was talking shit about him, or like you just have to wake up to that courage that is already within you, and or the what's it called? You are a swan. People could notice that you're a swan. You're built like one, you know, but you're surrounded by little ducklings, and they're gonna just learn how to say quack, quack, quack. And swans could real life kill people. You know what I'm saying? They got like crazy strength, you know? So that's who you are. Once you choose to walk away from this environment, this work environment, whatever. I feel like this has to do with work or like relationships, like networking. Once you leave it, you're gonna breathe like for the first time, like it's gonna feel like the first time in a long time. Yeah. Okay. So singing and dancing, express yourself and awaken your psychic senses through the magical power of music and movement. God box. Write any worries, concerns, and or desires on a piece of paper that you put into a special container called a God box as a way of letting go and allowing the divine to help you. You got 2 things that told you to let go. Spend time alone. So yeah. And I feel like you should pay attention to the moon phases that can help you with your manifestation and your miracle work that is really bound to take shape. And we also have do the work. It's not enough to dream or pray. So you could be a person who longs to have like a really big career, and you're stuck at a little job where people don't even realize like who you really are. Like you're a future fucking Rihanna, Beyonce, Jay-Z, Sade. You got 2 things with like music. Yeah. She's playing a guitar and then she's singing and stuff. So it's not enough to dream or pray. You've also got to say, or people act like they know you, but they really don't even know. They don't know you. Sorry, I just had to say that. But yeah, like what you're capable of. Consistently working on your priorities will make them flourish like a flower garden, like a lush flower garden. Okay. And then we have raise or promotion. Congratulations, an increase in your abundance flow awaits you. That's what I feel like. Yeah, you're not taking scraps anymore. This is a result of your positive focus and willingness to take action based on your divine guidance. Keep up the good work. So there's this need for you to act on divine guidance. So whatever clarity of thought or like fresh ideas come to you, act on them in that moment. Don't put it off. Act on it in the moment. It says focus on your priorities. You get a lot of power. I'm gonna say power, purple. So you have a lot of third eye resonance. Where you can put your focus is where you receive your outcomes. So you'll get this promotion or this raise of money once you focus on positivity and your free will that can get you anywhere that you want to go with this airplane card. Your priorities are calling you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them time and attention they and you deserve. So give your calling, like give your big dreams and goals and aspirations, give them space to become something. You know, don't feel pressured to make a move. Don't feel pressured to, you know, have everything handled the right way. Like, give it time to take its own shape. Don't strangle it, and it's gonna die early. Yeah. Okay. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. So don't beat yourself up for procrastinating. If you do a little bit each day, nibble by nibble, step by step, don't overlook those small steps. They literally get you places. Finally, successful funding. Your idea is divinely guided. So you got a lot of divinely guided ideas. This Ace of Swords. Do not allow money concerns to prevent you from turning it into reality. So that's the power of silence too. Like, talk to your guides and your guides only. Nobody else. Do not allow money concerns to prevent you from turning it into reality. Crowdfunding, partnerships. Okay, partnerships and other investments are available to help you. So you have a lot of things that are available to help you. And you know all of these things because all of this is your third eye chakra color, which is purple. So maybe purple crystals could be helpful, or eating purple foods like eggplants and things like that. That's the only purple food I know. Or like purple potatoes. I don't know. Berries. Yeah, there's a lot of purple foods actually that can help you with your third eye. Amethyst. Okay, so these are messages that we're going to leave you with. It says, love yourself and prioritize before you prioritize something or someone else. Where's that? Focus on your priorities. So you are your priority, basically, if you like simplify it. Spirit, anything else that you want to say to my pile number 4, please? Anything else that you want to say to pile number 4? It says wealthy versus rich. Almost everybody got that card. It says it's okay to be taken care of. You don't gotta always work. You don't gotta be work. You don't have to always be working. And you probably were raised in that mentality of like, are you working hard or hardly working? Like there should be a balance between rest and work. It says focus on the solution. That's again your focus. Where's that? Focus on, your focus should be positive on a solution, on things working out. Your focus should not be on things won't work out if I do this. Think about it like things will work out if I do this, you know, not the vice versa, because then you're just going to continue to attract things not working out. Okay. We also have listen more than you speak, the power of silence. I'm telling you, you may want to go on a fast of talking. Like literally just going a day without saying anything, not even saying anything on social media, like being in complete silence, sitting there. There's power in that. And just knowing what you're meant to do on this planet. Follow your dreams into reality. That's beautiful. Be yourself unapologetically. And finally, we have be the vessel, receive our love, take care of your own temple so you can see. I love that. And I'm going to leave you with that. In the back of the deck, it says, let this go. So there's something that you need to let go. And also you got free yourself. Don't fear from suffering and suffer from fear. That's basically what this whole reading was kind of talking about. I'm going to split the deck. All is well. Period. Okay. Back of the deck. Don't run away from yourself. Yep. You got it. All right. That's the tea. Love you so much. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you have any more questions. Let me know if this resonated, and if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe again and share it with other people. Thank you. Bye.